Hey dudes, in this episode, it's all about the Fortress expansion, and I got the time lapse to prove it. It's TheeRealDuke, and that's all happening right now. Oh man, are you dudes seeing this? Check this out. How sweet is that? So, I guess the scale of it is actually a little bit skewed from up here, but we're on the top of the tower, and we're checking out the area down below. This is the farms. Obviously, you can see the villagers there. Oh, it's huge. It's actually 8 wider on each side. What I'm forgetting my manners. What is going on, dudes? It is the Real Duke coming to you from the Craftage Server, hosted by InfiniteHeights. How are you dudes doing? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited to show you guys all about my awesome base expansion. I did a little bit of a time lapse, and it's not the typical time lapse I do for my Let's Build series with like Camera Studio, because that's not available to me on this server because it is not updated to the latest snapshots, and I'm not trying to knock it either, but it's not super quick to update. So I don't have that at my disposal, but I did just record myself as I was building it, and I sped it up so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. Didn't take me long. It actually only took me about 20 minutes. So, I compressed that down to be about 4 or 5 minutes. And you know what? Let's just get right down there, and we will just get right to it. I'm super excited for you guys to see. I am so excited about how it's turning out. I am really enjoying doing it too. It's just so sweet. So here we are, and I guess what I used to consider the first floor. Obviously, here is the sugarcane farm, chickenizer adjacent, future home of the beeferizer, the beefinator, beef cookerizer. Anyway, that's where that's gonna go. And here's my chest. How we doing here? Just stockpiling it up while I'm building. It's sweet. It's totally sweet. Oh God, babe. It's awesome. So this, I don't know if this helps give you a sense of actually where we are, but this is where we are. Chunk. Thank you very much. So right now, if I can parkour fail for a little bit longer this video, holy crap. Anyway, so here we are. We're just above what's going to be the second floor underneath here. There's not going to be crap dripping through the ceiling, I promise. But this is the main path on the floor above us that we're looking at right now of the, what do you call them? Villagers? Yeah, let's call them villagers. Jesus, the villager trading setup that I have going on up there. That is right above us. It's over there. The water dripping down here is from the water streams on the wheat farm that's up on that floor. You know what I'm talking about? You with me? Cool. So let's get into it. So I'm just zipping around here. I used cobblestone to just lay out the basic outline, just really make a legitimate just outline of what I wanted to do. I made it square, and then I just kind of puffed it out every time I went down a floor. I puffed it out by 4 and made the footprint a little bit wider, so that on the second floor it was a total of 8 blocks side to side wider, or 4 blocks, a 4-block outline. So basically 3 of the blocks would be the path that I have to kind of the walkway that goes around the outside as kind of an outline, and then a thin line of grass blocks growing, and then the wall. And so basically what ended up happening was that every time I dropped down a floor, I kicked out another 4. So by the time we get to the bottom floor, it's actually at least, because I did round off the edges, you can see me going around this kind of half circle shape there. Pan over, nice shot. And time for crenellation work, but basically it's at least at the first floor is at least eight blocks wider than the top floor with the villager trading on it, which is really awesome. I'm going to be able to fit so much stuff in here, and it's going to be protected. I'm not going to have to worry about creeps jumping in or stuff exploding around me or skellies or anything like that. So I'm just kind of buzzing around, just finishing up the crenellation work. Chunk, thank you very much. I actually messed up a couple times just not counting, which is, take out this creep. Pop. Goodbye, creep. But I messed up a couple times here. I think it's coming up, actually. I just put 2 right next to each other, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. Boop. Good job. Every other one means right next to each other, right? Whatever, it happens. It happens. And I'm just moving back in, finishing off the crenellations on the first floor. So what am I gonna put in these things? Farms. You know, I'm stockpiling materials. I'm gonna do some huge villager trading. I'm gonna move my farms down here. I'm gonna try and automate them. I mentioned before about the sugarcane farm as we were walking by. You know, I like Mumbo Jumbo's design. It makes kind of a diagonal square shape, and I think if I flip in one of the sides and just make a bunch of, like, I guess arrows pointing all in the same direction, I can fit a couple more in the same kind of footprint. And yeah, I'm not really revolutionizing the whole thing, but you know, I think I'm going to fit that down here, and that's going to make a massive sugarcane farm. And the only reason that's preferable to me to wheat is that it's completely automated. Just it's, you know, I'll hook it up to probably a daylight sensor, so it's not even, I don't even need a hopper timer running, and it just once a day will just chunk, and we'll be good to go. So that's definitely going to fit down here, and that's going to be huge and awesome. What other kinds of things can I fit in here? You know, I like the idea of having my farms all protected. Eventually, I'm going to have a farm for everything you can farm in here, and so we're going to need the space. But also, what I think is cool as we pan across here, pretty sweet. See that mountain there? Well, eventually, I'm going to be able to connect to that mountain, and the dome tip, which I'll show you in a second after we're done here. The dome actually, which I'll get to also in a second, the dome actually leads right up to that mountain, so I will have a covered way to access the interior of that mountain when we get to it. We don't need it right now, but there's going to need to be an iron farm somewhere, and it's going to need to be protected too. I might dig it right into that mountain, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So here you can see we're actually making the pathway on the second floor. Just going around with my smooth brick, almost falling off the side. Switching up technique. Pretty sweet. Kind of checking it out. Oh, take it easy, creep. Take it easy, spider. Thanks for playing. You just got owned from a great distance. And we're finishing up the side there. And, you know, you get the idea. You get the idea. So that is the second floor. And then when I finished up the second floor, and I'm just going to go ahead and walk over to the edge here so that you can see it. So this mountain right here, this butts right up against here, and that is really cool because that's not far. So I have access to the interior of that. That's protected. I don't have to worry about transporting anything there. Unprotected like animals or villagers if for some reason. Well, eventually I'm going to have to get them over there if I'm going to put my iron farm in there. But anyway, so you can see I just kind of kept this path straight here. And then when I got to here and I saw how cool this dome shape was down here, I was like, I need to do that again up here. And so I picked a smaller radius circle and I just was like, blip. I didn't want it to stick out too far. At first I wanted it to just be, you know, have the one edge of the circle start there and the other edge of the circle start here. And then I was like, oh, that's only going to leave me like 4 or 5 blocks over there. And you know, I honestly wanted to have this little pond here, just keep it. I want to keep it there. That'll be my natural fishing pond. I might maybe connect it to this and do a little bit of a stream feature or something, because I need some water in here. Good guy Larsik, a mod on the InfiniteHeights server, was like, you need to add. So he actually just imagined me with a German accent. He was like, hey, he's German. Hey, you need some water features in here, and he is 100% on the money. Thank you for the suggestion. Good guy Larsik. He's also kind of a redstone genius. I don't know. You should hop on InfiniteHeights and talk to him if you can. Really cool dude. Anyway, so try and go with Larsik's idea. Carry some water in here. Maybe use, if we could somehow work this water into a transport system for some items, that would be sweet. But anyway, I wanted to leave this open. And I also wanted to do some domes. So if you remember domes that are on the other side of the mountain here, on the other side of the fortress that I built over where my initial sugarcane farm is, where the netherwort farm was, you know what I'm talking about? Over there, right by where my first villager setup was. That was exactly that kind of a dome. So up here, I'm gonna have just a tiny dome on this floor, just like blip right there. It's gonna just, you know, it's probably gonna end like here. Let's say here, like in that fashion. If I can do a dome shape with my mouse, I'm good. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to actually mimic the outline of this half circle shape. I'm just going to kind of spread it out so it covers that, and it'll stick out maybe to where that torch is. And from up there, this whole thing is going to be preposterous. It's going to look so incredible. Oh, I can't wait. So that is what I've been working on. Another thing I need to do, I cut off about 5 blocks over here of the edge of the cow pen, and there's still cows in there. I just don't feel like moving it. I don't know why, but I don't. Anyway, so I need to get those inside so I can get rid of this beast, and so that stuff doesn't just jump over here, because I had a bunch of zombies coming in looking for the fresh meat that's up on that floor, and we can't have that. So we need to get that out of there, because they're just, bloop, they come up on the glass, walk across the top, come in, and just wreck my crops, and I don't need it. Don't need it, so that needs to get moved. I want to finish this floor off, get some lighting happening in here. I want to get my farms transferred from up top and all haphazard into intentional and super slick looking down in here and working, making that mad loot. And you know, I do have a villager selling me XP potions at an emerald. I guess potions, bottles of enchanting. I just, you know, obviously I just say XP pots, but he's selling me XP pots at an emerald for 2 pots. That is, that's, I can't not do that. You know, that's so much easier than going to the Blaze Farm. It's just, I blow a bunch of emeralds on them, and then boom, level 30, enchant whatever you need. So, you know, I need to get those farms cranking, because I need to get that happening. And you know, I think that's what I'm gonna be working on between now and next episode. I think for this episode, though, I'm gonna have to call it. Let's see if I can work my way back in here without dying. I can. I hope you dudes enjoy watching. Thank you so much. I really do genuinely appreciate every single view, every single like, and every single comment that I get. Check out my YouTube channel for Let's Build and Infinite Heights server contest videos. Head over to the Infinite Heights forums at InfiniteHeightsMC.com. Sign up for some of those build contests. They are so much fun. Everybody loves doing it. We have a great time. I have a great time doing live streams for them, which we do once a week. It's super sweet, guys. It is so much fun. I definitely recommend checking it out. Join me, my builds, and the great Infinite Heights community at play.infiniteheightsmc.com. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, dudes. This is TheeRealDuke. I'm out.